Welcome to our deep dive, everybody. We're diving into Lake Elmo Park Reserve. And wow, we've got some seriously interesting sources to help us uncover all its hidden gems. There's going to be way more than just finding it on a map, that's for sure.
You got it. We're going to dig into what makes this park so special, using your sources as our guide. Plus, I'll sprinkle in some local insights and a bit of historical context. Gotta love that history.
Okay, so first things first, gotta be honest. The name Lake Elmo alone, it's like instantly intriguing, it sounds like. Mysterious, It's like, how did a lake in Minnesota get a name that sounds straight out of an adventure novel?
Well, hold on to your hats, because it actually does have a literary connection. Believe it or not, the lake's name is believed to be linked to this crazy popular novel from 1866 called St. Elmo.
Seriously, a best-selling romance inspiring a lake's name. You've got to be kidding me. That's wild.
Yeah, wild, right? Talk about unexpected connections, and get this, the railroad actually played a huge role in this whole naming thing, too.
No way. So we've got books and trains involved now. This is getting good.
Oh, it gets even better. Back then, the railroad was everything. It was shaping entire communities, the whole landscape. They even went and named a station nearby after that St. Elmo novel. And eventually that name, it just kind of stuck, even to the lake.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty amazing how these things, books, trains, and lakes, can get all tangled up like that.
It's like a real-life game of 6 degrees of separation, but with, lakes and literature. Okay, but enough about the name for now. Let's talk about what you actually do at Lake Elmo Park Reserve. I checked out some of those YouTube videos you sent over, and let me tell you, this place looks absolutely incredible. It seems like they've got something for everyone there.
They really do. One of the things learners always seem to love is when a place has something going on year-round. It's not just a one-season wonder. And Lake Elmo Park Reserve definitely delivers on that front. Like in the summer, their swimming pond is the place to be.
Oh yeah. And this isn't your average murky lake situation either. One YouTuber, I think it was Far From the Box, mentioned that it's actually treated like a giant swimming pool.
You got it. Crystal clear water, the whole 9 yards. It really shows how much they care about giving visitors a fantastic experience. They've somehow managed to combine that natural swimming hole vibe with all the perks of a pool. Pretty neat, huh?
Totally. And don't even get me started on all those incredible trails winding through the trees like that. It's like a hiker's dream come true.
It is. And in the summer, you've got miles of paved trails just begging to be biked. But here's the kicker. Those trails don't just sit around doing nothing all winter. Oh no. They transform into a winter wonderland, perfect for cross-country skiing or strapping on some snowshoes.
Wow, so it really is a 4-season destination. Now, before we get too caught up in all the fun stuff, we should probably clear up a little something. It's about the whole, Lake Elmo situation, actually.
You mean the fact that there's the lake and a whole town named Lake Elmo?
Exactly. That Wikipedia entry you shared was a lifesaver on that one. I mean, it's a small detail, but you can totally see how someone might get those two confused. It makes you realize how important it is to do your research before heading out there.
Absolutely. You don't want to end up in the wrong Lake Elmo, especially if you're on a tight schedule. Knowing these little details can make all the difference. Speaking of research, that pasted text source you found about the park's history, super interesting. Like, who knew that Lake Elmo Park Reserve used to be farmland? Really changes your whole perspective on the place.
Right. It's amazing how these places can totally transform over time. It makes you wonder about the people who lived and worked there back in the day, what their lives were like. You're getting this glimpse into like a hidden chapter of the park's story.
Totally. According to this source, back in the 1800s, that entire area was farmland, basically. Fields, homesteads, the whole 9 yards. Can you picture it? Where we see hiking trails and picnic benches, they had crops and livestock.
Talk about a different world. It's incredible how much it's changed, going from fields to, a total recreation hotspot. What do you think sparked that change? How'd it go from farmland to parkland?
It seems like a classic case of, a community realizing, hey, we need to save some of these green spaces, especially as cities grow and life gets crazier. People need that connection with nature, that escape from the daily grind.
Yeah, and you can definitely see why they chose this spot. I mean, even just looking at the pictures and videos, Lake Elmo Park Reserve has this really tranquil, almost magical feel to it, like you're stepping into a different world.
Exactly. And that actually reminds me of something else interesting from those YouTube videos. The park has a no drone policy. which, I don't know, it makes you think about how even in the middle of nature, we got to be aware of our impact.
For sure. Finding that balance is so important. Enjoying these beautiful places, but doing it responsibly so we don't ruin it for everyone else.
100%. And speaking of enjoying the experience, imagine yourself actually at Lake Elmo Park Reserve.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? What kind of vibe are you feeling? Because this park really does offer a little something for everyone, no matter what time of year it is.
Okay, I'm game. Let's paint a picture for our listeners. A year-round adventure through Lake Elmo Park Reserve. Where do we even begin?
Let's start with summer, long days, sunshine, the works. Imagine yourself taking a dip in that crystal clear swimming pond we talked about, surrounded by nature. Or maybe you're cruising down those scenic trails on your bike, a nice breeze, the sun shining through the leaves.
Oh man, I can practically feel the sun on my face and smell that fresh air. And then, when summer starts to turn into fall, imagine those trails. But now the leaves are exploding with color. Reds, oranges, yellows. Talk about Instagram-worthy scenery.
Absolutely. And as the air gets crisp and those first snowflakes start to fall, Lake Elmo Park Reserve takes on a whole new kind of magic. Picture yourself gliding across the snow-covered trails on some cross-country skis. The only sound is the crunch of your boots. Or maybe you're all cozy at your campsite, fire going, hot cocoa in hand, watching the snow come down.
Man, you're making me want to pack my bags and head over there right now. You've painted such an amazing picture of Lake Elmo Park Reserve in every single season. It sounds like the perfect getaway, for anyone in or around the Twin Cities, no matter what you're into.
It really is, and that's what makes it such a hidden gem, It's perfect for serious outdoor enthusiasts and those who just want to chill in nature, hiking, biking, hanging by the water, camping under the stars. Lake Elmo Park Reserve has got it all going on.
And let's not forget about that awesome swimming pond. It's not every day you come across a swimming spot that's as clean and clear as a swimming pool, but totally natural.
For real. So when you're planning your trip, think about what you actually want to do there. Are you looking for that peaceful nature escape? Or maybe something more adventurous? Or, hey, maybe a little bit of both?
Once you figure that out, it's all about tailoring your visit to really take advantage of everything Lake Elmo Park Reserve has to offer.
Exactly. And hey, don't forget to check those park rules beforehand, like that no drone policy we talked about. A little planning goes a long way, right? Makes for a smoother, happier visit for everyone.
Absolutely. Well, I gotta say, this deep dive into Lake Elmo Park Reserve has been a total blast. I knew it was a nice park, but I had no idea about its history, all those cool features, and just how many things you can do there.
It's crazy what you can find when you dig a little deeper, right?
No kidding. So, to everyone listening, I hope this has inspired you to grab your hiking boots, your swimsuit, your snowshoes, whatever you're feeling, and go check out the magic of Lake Elmo Park Reserve for yourselves. It's totally worth it.
And as you're exploring, take a moment to really appreciate the journey this park has been on. From simple farmland to this awesome recreation spot that everyone loves, it just goes to show you the power of conservation and how much we all need that connection with nature.